Hey, what is up, guys? Xenon Great here. It's been a long time since I made a video, but today we're gonna be taking a look at Lust. Okay, everyone's summoning for her. This is the Bust for Lust season. She's exclusive. It's time to pull for her. Okay. Now I'm gonna do some testing later on with her to see how she improves various areas of the game for me. But let's have a look at her skills. So to begin with, she has a basic attack like any other hero, but she'll randomly attack two things in range because she can attack an ally, which sounds strange, but what it does is it deals 5% of your ally's health. And I don't know if you can hear my fiance sneezing, but anyways, so you see there's a 15% chance to attack an ally instead of an enemy, which sounds awful, right? But as you attack enemies, it actually or allies, it actually helps speed up Lust skill along with, I believe, the ally. So for every two ultimates activated by faction allies of the Nightmare console, so other heroes such as, Valeria or Torador or whatever, the hero will trigger Sinful Lash one time. So she'll deal 400% damage to random enemy in range. So this clearly shows, if you find a lot of heroes that have lower ultimate rage, like rage caps, so on and so forth, but that are all in the Nightmare console, then she will have this Sinful Lash going off multiple times. And it'll be pretty consecutive if you have lower rage caps on your ultimates. So, secondly, Ecstasy. Every time this lash occurs, she'll increase her attack speed. This goes up to 40 attack speed and it stacks up to 3 times, meaning 120 attack speed total increase. And so Sinful Lash occurs every 2, so what? 6 ultimates need to go off in order for her to have max stacks here, have 120 increased attack speed. Agonizing Delight gains 30% damage increase upon dealing damage to allies with the basic attack. So as I was saying, when she attacks allies, she gets a boost. And then if they also belong to the Nightmare console, they have a 50% chance to restore 10% rage for the target. So Lust is kind of a rage regen when you think about it. But at the same time, she gets a boost off the ally. Now, technically, this is like a 5% rage per time she hits a target that's, from the Nightmare console. Because if you just, take the percentages, 50% of 10%. She does have a bond skill with Mr. Arrogance. So for her, her ultimate will deal 20% extra damage. And every single attack she has, I believe, within the ultimate will inflict burning. And this burning's for 5% or 5 seconds, which I believe is just as high, if not higher. No. Arrogance still has the highest. Now, her ultimate skill, during the ultimate deals 40% more damage, and every single basic attack lands 4 lashes in a row. Now, these lashes, I'm not too sure if it's mentioning like the Sinful Lash, or if it's the lash. My music is really quiet. So I'm not too sure if it's the Sinful Lash, or if it's just 4 lashes isn't like 4 basic attacks. But it says that she'll do 4 of them in a row, and this lasts for 20 seconds. And so she basically attacks 4 times. It's just much quicker of an attack. And she still can target your allies throughout the ultimate. Let's have a look at her awakenings. I really wanted to get her awakened 3. I did thousands and thousands, well, not thousands and thousands, but probably over 1,000 summons, and I only got 3 of her. I say only, but I mean it was a lot. Awakening 1. So the Sinful Lash, I'm not too sure why it says 300% damage here, whereas the other one says 400% damage. I'd assume maybe it's something wrong with translation, but you can see this one says 400%. Anyways, the whole point of this one is that you get the defense reduction. So this allows you to have much more piercing damage applied to enemies. Awakening 2 is just basic, you know, increase to the base attack. Awakening 3, the ecstasy skill that stacks, she'll also gain an additional 20% attack speed. And if it's on top of her current attack speed, let's say she has 400 attack speed, and then she gets the bonus 120, she could be getting another 100 attack speed with this. Now furthermore, penetration, it's a typical thing, just goes straight through defense. And then the ultimate skill, so rather than landing 4 lashes in a row, she lands 6 lashes. Her base stats are fairly good. 4700 is not the highest for a fighter. Compared to arrogance, it's like kind of close, but she does have a lot of self-increasing like damage skills, which is probably why she has a lower base attack. Her health is pretty up there for a fighter. She'll be able to survive really well. And then she has no like innate crit rate, which kind of stinks. So you have to pick up that crit rate from all of your gear. And yeah, 20 costs, so pretty expensive. That's another thing to keep in mind. Regardless, I'll be talking more about, you know, the ways to gear her along with artifact and whatnot to use. She does have an exclusive artifact, so stay tuned for that video. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.